Everybody, my name is Sunbreaker. I am back again with another Destiny 2 video. I got a new mic, so hopefully everything sounds good. I'm not going to edit anything, I'm just going to go straight to it. I'm a Titan. Okay, I already messed up. Anyway, this is the Titan build. It's amazing, I think. It's pretty much pure solar for the most part. I'm trying to do pure solar. I'll tell you obviously once I get to it. Obviously, you're going to be running bottom tree, sunbreaker, thermite grenades. It doesn't matter what strafe or barricade you use. You could probably do rally for the extra grenade or extra reload. I guess I'll be fine. Main exotic, Path of the Burning Steps. Reason why is because it's, Firewalker. It's pretty damn broken, I would say, but not too broken. Any solar final blow you do gives you, kind of like a weapon bonus. It's actually a pretty good bonus. I think it's every 2 kills with a solar weapon gives you a stack, and it refreshes. I think every 1 or 2 kills. I'll demonstrate that in a minute. Basically, it kind of makes you immune to stasis too, in a way. You're harder to slow or freeze, and then when you do break out, you don't take damage, and you do a solar energy burst. I have not killed anyone with it, so I don't know how good it is. Actually, let me go back over my artifacts real quick. Most of this is kind of used, it doesn't matter what you pick, it's up to you. Obviously, you probably go do anti-barrier scout because you're probably gonna be using the scout rifle. We're gonna most likely be using grenades, at least for me in this build. And I'll go over why. We're gonna use breach and clear. I haven't unlocked it yet, but I'm going to. It kind of gives you a damage bonus and it weakens. At least that's what it sounds like, and it reloads your stowed weapons, which is actually sick. And there's nothing good for me to use in the class item slot. Only other thing would be energy accelerant, which I heard it's not even working yet. They disabled it, so I'm not even gonna worry about it until later on. So once I get breach and clear, this build will be kind of nice. Obviously unstoppable for when we do need to use unstoppable. It would be kind of nice to have, because then you can have barrier and unstoppable when you use a scout. But kind of correlates with what you use, but I'll get to that in a minute. Obviously, you're going to use ashes to acids, the 1 energy cost one, so you don't have to use a 3. It's kind of nice. I like it. Impulse recycler, I forgot to go over this. It's not crucial, but it's a lot of fun, especially if you're pairing with ashes to acids. So it's like any grenade kill you get kind of gives you back energy. It's kind of like a free the fire power. Yeah, it's kind of like a free of this without charge of stacks. I'm gonna go over the mods that I'm using as of now. Obviously, it's all preference, but I'm trying to correlate war mines with it. So I'm using life because it's new. I just wanted to test it out. It seems like it works fine. Kind of saved me a couple times. Picking up a solar elemental well grants increased regeneration for a short period of time. It's kind of cool. I'm using explosive well maker. Rapidly defeating a component with explosive spawns a solar elemental well, which is kind of worth using in this build because a lot of the things we do is explosions. And when the wells are kind of good because they give you ability regen and all that. So I'm using Wrath of Rasputin, obviously, for the solar splash damage to give me word mine cells. I'm using global reach in his only because I have nowhere else to put it. I'm trying to get this to solar so I can use the other war mine cell, which is burning cells, because if I do a warp mine explode and they all catch on fire, it could spawn the sunspots. Which obviously, if you don't know, gives you sun warrior, faster recharge, more increased damage. It's so if you don't know what bottom tree is, you're missing out basically. I'm using font of might only because I have nowhere else to put it. I'm going to change this to global reach whenever I change my helmet slot into a fire, because I'm going to use global reach and then breach and clear in this slot whenever I get breach and clear. You know, kind of self-explanatory. I hope this video sounds good because I'm testing out the new mic. I don't really edit or anything. I just kind of like, I just want to make a straightforward video. So I'm gonna go over the weapons now. Nightfall just came out. My reset yesterday, I believe, or whenever this video comes out, Tuesday previous to this video. The first drop I got was rapid hit Firefly. You know, obviously I probably could get better, but I think this is probably the best I get. Firefly works with the build. It works with the Sun Warrior. It works with the Firewalker, Burning Step things. Firewalker. Works with all of that. It even spawns War Mind Cells. So this weapon is kind of a must. At least when you need a scout rifle. If you don't need a scout rifle or you don't want to use it, you can find something to kind of replace it. But as of now, Firefly is pretty damn good for this build. Obviously, when Fatebringer comes out and the Fall of Glass, that would probably replace this in the heartbeat, but that's not until this weekend, I believe. For the weapon, I'm using Empty Vessel because it's the only solar grenade launcher. I haven't really found a rule I really care about yet, but it works really well. It spawns War Mind Cells, you know, does good damage regardless. I'm using it because of the Breach and Clear mod whenever I get that unlocked, and the Stagger whenever I need it. So all in all, it's going to be really good. You can obviously, if you don't want to use Hung Jury and you don't care about higher apparent, which is also really good in this build, you could probably use Sunshot. But if you want to be just as good as this build, you're going to have to at least keep your exotic heavy this higher apparent, or however you spell it or pronounce it. Only because I like it. It does good damage. It's also solar, so you can still benefit from most of the build. You can't spawn sunspots or War Mind Cells. I don't think you can, but I'm not sure. The main reason why I'm using this build or this weapon is because it gives you, the arc shield. You're literally a walking tank with this weapon. And with this build, with all this regen you're getting, all this explosions, this weapon just it just pops out. Obviously, if you get the Catalyst, which I'm almost done with, it, when your shield breaks, it refunds your magazine partially, so that's really good. The reason why I want to use this weapon is because with Breach and Clear, apparently it reloads your stowed weapons. That sounds pretty damn good, if I'm not mistaken. I can't wait to get this mod, actually. That sounds really good, especially with even higher or even the Xenophage for all that matter, as long as you're using the grenade launcher. That just sounds good. I was going to try to get a borrowed time with Firefly, but once Hung Jury came out with the Nightfall and I got the good roll, I kind of just gave up. I was like, yeah, whatever. Because you could use Ace of Spades, because Ace of Spades does the same thing, I believe. Yeah, it does Firefly, same thing. It's just exotic, and that means you can't benefit from higher. Which I'm going to demonstrate everything in a minute. A minute meaning like 10 seconds. So yeah, if you need to pause over the video just to go over the stuff, because it's been I'm just trying to test out this mic. I'm just trying to see how I'm supposed to approach it, because the other mic, my headset mic, it wasn't the worst, but it was just a hassle to manage to make it sound good, and whenever it did make it sound good, it did not record right because it didn't filter out the sounds. It sounded bad. It was just horrible. I was trying to edit with it, it was not fun, because I'm going to edit at some point. I just don't know what I'm going to edit with. But, as of now, to any Destiny 2 player that's playing the Titan, this would be a beautiful build for you. Obviously, you can switch things around to fit your own way. I'm going to be doing that too. So whenever I get everything settled again, I'll come up with the new video of the build. I'm going to show you guys a little demonstration. I know I'm doing the ritual Altar of Sorrow, but I just feel like it's a fun thing to do. It's probably a random thing to showcase on. So as you can see, Actually, that might be a horrible thing to demonstrate on because so many people. Oh yeah, like you can see my grenade kind of boosted up with that kill, or those kills, which is kind of cool. So that's the Firefly on the kinetic. And the thing about this is when you get Firewalker, like I had ×3 there, which I think that's probably why I was one-tapping a lot of these people. Once you get the Firewalker buff going, this kind of one-taps most things, and that Firefly just destroys everything. I can only imagine what the mod's gonna do to it. I should have just done a Lost Sector, to be honest, but when it comes to the grenade launcher, I'm not going to bother with spike grenades, because I'm either just going to do blinding or proximity mine, because I feel like spike grenades isn't nearly as good as it used to be. And with the Firewalker buff, I mean, it kind of doesn't matter. You can use it if you're good with grenade launchers and you can hit your shots really good, but I'm not going to bother. So I don't know if these are all my sunspots. I kind of believe they probably are, because I wouldn't be surprised. Oh no, it says he's got some too. But you can kind of see what goes on around here. So let me see if I can get a nice little Firefly proc. Yeah, there's one. So I think rapid hit's kind of a probably overkill on this with this scout rifle with Firefly, because it apparently increases your reload speed too on kills. So who knows? And then when it comes to this, when you have ×4 Firewalker, the thing it just shreds. I did not have a good demonstration for this. I apologize, but you know, you can test out for yourself. I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna work just as good, especially if you follow kind of like my loadout with this exotic, any grenade launcher that's probably solar. Anything that's solar that does explosive will work, but grenade launcher would be a must because of breach and clear, which is this. You know, you can read it. I already said it. I don't feel like repeating. So breach and clear, impulse, and ashes ads are kind of mandatory, and the stagger for the grenade launcher at least. You know, I'm gonna get this solar, and I'll update the upload another video of my final version once I get everything I really want. But as of now, it seems pretty basic, but really good in a way. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this build. Let me know how it goes. Like the video if you care. You can subscribe if you want, because I do mostly EFT stuff because you don't have to edit. You just play it and you just kind of you just play and go from there. But I'm playing the mod, so it's not like it's the real EFT. But I'm most likely gonna be covering Destiny 2 more than anything, because this is the game I play the most of any game I ever play. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy it. Hopefully this video turns out good. If you hear this, then probably turn out fine. If you don't, then well, shit, you won't even hear any of this then. Alright guys, see you later.